my official first sit down video, and today we're just going to be focused on moving, okay? Okay guys, so I'm going to break this video down into 5 categories. It's going to be cost of living, quality of life, food, jobs, just your job life. I'll explain when I get there, and social activities. So let's start with the cost of living, honey. So we are comparing Dallas to Los Angeles, okay? So the cost of living in Dallas for an apartment, if you really want like a downtown, we're gonna roll with downtown vibes because that's what I know, okay? The girl is a downtown kind of girl, okay? And before I left Dallas, I lived in the Mosaic downtown. Now, in Dallas, I lived all over. When I first got to Dallas, I moved to, what would they call it? North Dallas. So I was living in North Dallas. My rent was $600, okay? Okay. From that $600, that rent went all the way up to $900 because I stayed in that first apartment for 3 years. Then I got my second apartment. My second apartment was about $1,000. My third apartment, which was downtown at the Mosaic, that cost me $1,200, and that included lights, parking, everything. All you do is pay your rent. In LA compared to Dallas at the time I was there, when I was in Dallas, my downtown situation was $1,200. I think right now, I looked on the website, it's about $1,600 for that same apartment that I had almost 4 years ago. Now, LA. Woo! Woo, woo. Okay. Now, I said that apartment that I'm talking about was about 1,000 square feet. Okay? LA, you're going to start off paying about $1,900 to $3,000 for a 1-bedroom and or a studio. So you're only getting 500 to 700 square feet for the same thing I just told y'all I paid $1,200 for in Dallas. In freaking sane, okay? Just be ready to freaking downsize if you're gonna come to LA, or get ready to upgrade if you're leaving LA to go to Dallas, but the pricing is you're gonna save probably $300, but you'll have more space. So yeah, Dallas was giving real good luxury lifestyle on a budget, okay? That's what it gives. It's a vibe. It is everything. The reason that I personally left comes into the category of social activities / the quality of life. Here's the thing. At the time that I was in Dallas, everything started to become the same. You do the same thing every weekend. You go to brunch, you go to some event, you go down to Level, you go down to Clutch Bar, you go down to Uptown, it was just the same thing. And then you start seeing the same people over and over and over and over and over again. However, what I did like about Dallas is that we had a section of what a black people was, okay? Dallas has a more of a black community than I would say LA. People always be like, yo, what are black people at in LA? Honestly, I couldn't tell you, because even if you go to Inglewood and Crenshaw's and Slauson's and all that, it's a diverse neighborhood. Everything in LA is super, super, super diverse, which I also love, because in Dallas, it was salt, pepper, and sometimes a whole lot more salt, babe, than pepper, okay? So at one point, I used to say Dallas was all salt, no pepper. But let's talk about like restaurants and things like that. Let's talk about like food comparison. So with Dallas, you can go get you a meal that costs $40 with a drink, and that's only if you go into places like Grand Lux, BJ's, Pappadeaux's can sometimes get expensive too. What other places that you can go that's like cheap? Cheddar's, Chili's, and all of those type of chains and things. Versus in LA, you don't have that many chain restaurants in LA. Yes, there's a BJ's, but it's in the valley. Yes, there's no Cheddar's at all, okay? I don't even recall really seeing a Chili's. I've seen a couple TGI Fridays, but they are not in LA, okay? In LA, baby, when you go out to eat, and mind you, this could be for Dallas too, because Dallas also has Nobu and Nick and Sam's and new other restaurants like Elephant and down if you go to what's in Deep Ellum. Deep Ellum has Stir and all of the things, but LA, baby, you got Mastro's and Nobu and Boa and Tao and all these restaurants. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be coming out of your pocket about $150 for dinner, okay? For brunch, it might be about $80. Now you can try to do this on a budget and go to some places that are hole in the walls and all of the things, but you're not gonna have ambiance, okay? Within Dallas, you're gonna have a little bit more ambiance and cheap food, versus LA is cheap food, no ambiance, okay? Let's move into our next category, the job market. So Dallas is more of a place that is corporate. If you're trying to work into corporate America, Dallas is your way to go. And they don't have no freaking state tax, okay? So maybe your check will be a little bit more, because out here in LA, your check damn near could take you back to what you was paying in what you was making in Dallas, okay? I'll tell you, my first job, well, my first role here in LA, I was making more here than I was in Dallas, but baby, them taxes damn near took me down to what I was making in Dallas. It was more, but however, the taxes, okay? So if you want to roll with corporate and you want to do your corporate thing, you want to do your big one with corporate, I definitely highly suggest you go to Dallas. Dallas also has like great schools for kids and all of that. If you have kids, if you're single, definitely do not move in the suburbs if that's not your vibe. If you're single and you still want to mingle, I need you to move uptown or downtown Dallas, because you can do Sunday fun days and move around. Now, in LA, it depends on how you want your lifestyle to look. Do you want to wake up to palm trees, or do you want to wake up to buildings? Do you want to wake up to the beach? Do you want to have a neighborhood that has everything that you need, like a Target and Home Goods, Michaels? Y'all know those little things. And that's another thing. Dallas has a lot of those areas where it's a hub where you'll have Target, Walmart, Ross, Michaels, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, all of the things in one little area. Baby, LA, real LA, you gotta go to the Valley or out there in Rancho Cucamonga, or maybe West LA or Mid City LA or something like that if you want to. So yeah, like I was saying, you totally, if you want like a suburb type situation, it's not going to be in LA. You're going to be in Carson or Torrance or Woodland Hills or Simi Valley or places like that. Just naming a few places. So what I would suggest when you deciding with LA, get a map of LA. I wish I could show y'all the one that I had printed out. I just kind of printed out a map that had LA, and then it tells you like all the neighborhoods, Burbank and all of that stuff within the map. And then also do it based on your job, like where you're working at the time. Do you have to drive? Because if you gotta drive, baby, you want to be closer to work, because it could take you hours to get to work. Dallas is the same way, okay? Dallas, if you are working far from your job, Dallas has LA traffic too. Okay, people think LA is the only place that have traffic like that. Dallas, before I left, baby, the traffic was trafficking. Okay, and you gotta pay a toll in Dallas, okay? That toll bill for me when I was living downtown and I was working in Irving was about $100+ a month. So be ready in Dallas to have that extra bill, baby, because that's what it's giving. What else can I say? Partying. I know we talked about social activities and all of the things. Partying in Dallas is probably more fun, can't believe I'm saying that, than probably partying in LA. LA is more of a cool, chill, groove type of vibe, and sometimes people are not even vibing on this level. They're more like or okay. In Dallas, baby, we gonna be boom, 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 boom. Okay. Dallas is giving what's a good Dallas song? I'm about to hit the club and dance like a stripper. Dance like a stripper, okay? That's what Dallas is giving. LA is giving more Tyga, more techno, more Drake with the techno beat. Unless you go to like a nice spot, that's places that does definitely play all of the hood ratchet thing. I want to talk about mental health, okay? When I personally was in Dallas, Dallas had me like going. When you build your circle of friends and your circle of like I was also like involved in fashion in Dallas. So once you kind of build that like social setting type vibes, Dallas had me like going to the point where I wouldn't slow down. And at that time, Dallas didn't have all the tools necessary to like get your mental health together. And when I say tools, like, yeah, they had like yoga studios and stuff, but at that time they didn't have like sound baths or places you can really go free your mind. There were places you can go hike for sure. There's a Katy Trail and another trail that you can do in Dallas. And now they have way more mental health stuff after COVID. So at that time I was there, I feel like I didn't take hone into sitting my butt down and focusing on my mental health. But post COVID, now, well, actually, let me say this: even pre-COVID, I moved to LA, and straight ahead, LA. I don't know. I feel like LA has like this healing vortex or something going on here. But y'all know more people here are into spirituality, so there's a lot more things you can do to hone in on your mental health. You can have like beach yoga, sound baths, EMR, if you want to do ayahuasca, if you want to do shrooms, if you want to learn how to do tarot, if you want to go to like some type of healing retreat vibe, that's all here. As well as, y'all know the hikes here are top tier, okay? The hiking here is definitely more top tier because the views, chef's kiss here. There's only one hike that I cannot think of in Dallas that had like a really nice view, and it was more like closer to Grand Prairie, if I can remember correctly, and that one was a vibe. If I can find it, I'll put it below or across the screen. But I'm just rambling at this point. I personally feel like LA has healed me in ways that Dallas have never done for me. But now if you're considering Dallas, it definitely has more things you could get into. They have more spots where you can go hit your little hookah. They have more like luxury things now. I don't think it's hitting on LA prices yet, but from what I'm hearing, Houston is the new LA and Dallas is the neighbor to Houston. So guys, honestly, I feel like no matter where you're trying to move these days, baby, like I was saying, I feel like no matter where you move these days, the prices are just pricing. Like as far as food, social activities, events, concerts, whatever you like to do on the weekends, baby, the prices are just pricing these days. So honestly, the most thing when you want to worry about with cost of living is how much rent costs, to be honest. Like, I feel like all other things cost. I just came back from New Orleans and baby, it's costly. It's costly. I hope this video helped a little bit with making your decision. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them below. And I think that's it. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you, and well wishes. Good luck on your move, okay? Good luck on your move. You can do this. You can do this. And mind you, y'all, I have been doing this alone. So if you feel like, oh, I'm by myself, I can't do this, or I don't want to move by myself alone and I don't know nobody and baby, you can do it. You can make friends. And I'm telling myself this too because I did it in Dallas. I feel like I can do it in LA yet. next level of my life, I'm just trying to find friends. So thank you, friends. Bye, y'all.